He's been the plastic surgeon to Snooki and the Real Housewives of New Jersey. He has enlightened and shared his expertise on the ever-evolving needs and shifts and changes in plastic surgery as is seen on The Doctors, Entertainment Tonight, CNN, just to name a few. I am particularly thrilled of the charitable work that he does and he has done through the years to change the fate of individuals who may have birth defects or have been altered from accidents and deformities, and to really help their lives change in a really positive way. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Ramtin Kassir to the show. Thank you for being here. And I think I said your first name wrong, didn't I, Dr. Kassir?
No, you're fine.
I was okay, great. It's just a lot to say, and actually, that's just the tip of a huge iceberg of what you do. But my first question to you is, what is one of your favorite sculptures, a piece of sculpting, and or a sculptor that works in that area? Because I know you have an art background as well, so I wondered who you admire in that field.
I think a piece of sculpture that I really admire that I didn't do is The Thinker.
It's a great one.
Leponso. So, you know, just the form and the character and the meaning. So I was inspired a long time ago and started developing that side about probably 13 or 14 years ago, really getting into it and actually taking formal classes to get better at it.
In sculpting and art, yes, you do that. Now, who are some of the people you admire in the healing arts, whether it's in your own, you know, area or in other, you know, somebody who you might admire or you like the way they conduct themselves?
Well, I mean, in our profession, because I got to go to Kos and Greece and see the actual first hospital that Hippocrates taught, and so he was an inspiration on the tree that he used to teach under. Mm-hmm. So that's always a great inspiration because all of us take the Hippocratic Oath as physicians.
Right.
So medicine was always at the forefront because my father was a big influence on me and he really loved it. He would get up really early and come home really late, and I didn't see him really interested in anything else. And that was before the times of, you know, texting and internet and social media, so it was just, you know, it was noble to be a physician. It was a privilege to be a physician. So, and then in medical school, you know, your first 2 years are just studying basic sciences, and then when you go into the clinical rotations, I did internal medicine first, and then I think I did psychiatry, but then the third rotation was surgery. And, you know, when I stepped inside an operating room, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I mean, it was just the whole feel of it, the idea of what we're doing, and just the lifestyle and mentality. You know, that was my personality. And really in medicine, there's a specialty for every personality. You know, so if you don't want to deal with people, you're either a radiologist or a pathologist. But I liked that, and I liked the fact that if you did something, you could make either an immediate difference or, you know, it was more of in your control. In other words, you could give somebody a blood pressure pill, but if they didn't stop eating the wrong foods or if they didn't lose weight, you wouldn't get as much of an effect. But with surgery, you can make an effect and you can see the results. And
more tangible, I
more
guess.
Tangible and more. And I didn't want esoteric things. I just wanted to really be able to do something, help people, and show them the result. And, you know, my background is in head and neck surgery, and there's some elaborate surgeries that we did for head and neck cancer.
I know that's what, when I was reading, I was like, you know, because most of lay people, we don't even know that particular word for a doctor.
Right.
And then to read that, I was like, wow, he's dealing with any kind of cancer, like it could be anything up, it could be a tumor, it could be a lot of different things up through here, only from the neck, any ENT type of a...
ENT, and you know, they're intricate, the head and neck
you
anatomy.
got all the nerves and all that.
Absolutely, and so one day I remember we did a 24-hour surgery where someone had a base of tongue tumor, so you can't really operate through the mouth.
Oh.
So you have to split the lip, literally cut the lip, then you take a saw and you cut their jaw in the middle.
Oh my God.
Then you open it up like this, then you go back and take out a chunk of their tongue and their mandible and their jawbone.
Oh my God.
So now they have this defect. Then you have to go and get a piece of their leg.
The bone.
The bone and the muscle.
It.
Free flap, so that takes a while. And remember, the causes of most head and neck cancers are cigarette smoke, smoking. So 24 hours later, and this was back, I think, in 1991 in Galveston, Texas, or 1993, to tell the family that your father is going to have 2 years of, being able to eat and drink and swallow and, everything should be good. And everyone was sitting around smoking cigarettes. So that was, disappointing to me. And I thought, I will always be disappointed. And that kind of surgery needs a big facility where it's multidisciplinary. You have to have speech pathologists, you have to have head and neck surgeons, you have to have, like an ICU and everything, the whole multidisciplinary thing. So the next 2 or 3 days, I operated on someone who did my first facelift.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman came back and she was so elated, so happy, so thankful, ready to go. And I'd found my field.